Hey, Arcturus here. Today we're looking at the Explorer diving boat from LEGO City. This is set 60377 and builds a small diving boat complete with little remote drone, not actually remote from a play perspective, but from a design perspective, and a little underwater section with a treasure chest and some aquatic life. So you get 3 minifigures in the set, 2 divers with diving gear, and then 1 person on the boat with a life jacket. You also get some aquatic life in 2 turtles, an adult and baby turtle, as well as a manta ray and a hammerhead shark. So we'll move the minifigures out of the way and take a look at the boat first. This set would pair really well with the Ocean Explorer, which is linked below if you're interested in taking a look at that one. This is a relatively simple boat. Has a nice clear blue cockpit there. Complete with a small driving piece with dials for speed and RPMs, as well as some small port and starboard lights, a few little lamps for kind of illuminating the area, a storage carton here in the back, as well as a crane for raising and lowering either the little remote underwater drone or treasure from the bottom of the depths. There's some room here on the back for minifigures to stand pre-diving, as well as a small med kit right here on the back with syringe, and then some engines here. The engines can spin, but not freely, and they can tilt down to give you push into water, or they can sit up or out of the water like so, however you prefer. So that is our actual Explorer diving boat. We also have our little drone, which has these little grabby pieces for arms, as well as a nice clear blue front here for the head of the drone, and some little clear pieces to indicate lamps there. The typical Explorer symbol there, and a similar type piece for the engine of the little diving robot. It does have these handle holds here on the side, so you could attach a minifigure so that this could get them where they're going, and then they could swim freely when they're in the water section. For aquatic life, we do get some very nice turtle pieces. The larger of the 2 has a stud on the back, which the smaller one can attach to, but they are very nice molded pieces from LEGO. It can also attach to studs there on the base. We also get a very nice hammerhead shark, which is a mostly molded piece, just as 2 separate molded pieces, which is the typical for the sharks. The head does open, which is quite nice. It is a little smaller than the great white shark we saw previously, but it's a nice medium-sized shark, hammerhead variety. They have had other ocean sets with great white sharks, at least that's how I think of them, in 2 different sizes, but this is just the standard smaller size. I think it looks quite nice for a hammerhead shark. We also get the underwater exploration section. You have a sort of discarded wheel here from a greater ship, a treasure chest with some gold coins and a gold cup inside of it. You get 2 different colors of fish, a nice star piece here for this sort of sparkly purple coral section, I guess, and some different sort of algae and seaweed growing here on the bottom in these varieties. You get a nice small crab piece as well, and of course the manta ray. And that does attach, not super well, but it can attach by these connectors here to any of the stud size pieces, which works pretty well. It just doesn't have as very much grip if it's only held by 1 stud, but it's a very nice manta ray piece with some nice printed detailing there on the top. And there is the tail. An excellent addition, I think, to any aquatic set. Now for minifigures, we have 2 divers. One with camera, as I have here, just a simple camera piece out of a gray stud and a clear piece for the lens, and the blue typical camera body. The typical diver suit, and a nice helmet here with this clear blue plastic piece for diving. And you can, of course, And you can, of course, also remove the helmet, and there's no back printing for the face, which is pretty common in these sort of diver-like sets. And of course, 2 flippers there for his feet. We have a second diver, much the same as the first. Very similar detailing. The face is different. This one does have a second face print, as there are some additional hair pieces that you can use instead. So you can use this hairpiece with that blonde sort of Malfoy style hairpiece. Or you can also use this blue sort of more windswept hairpiece as well, but I prefer them, as I'm sure you might have guessed, with the diving helmet. So this is a smaller set at only 182 pieces, so some similarities in the minifigures is not unexpected. And our last minifigure. This minifigure is very similar to the Deep Sea Submarine, which we just saw recently and is linked down below. I think I might have called that the Ocean Explorer. If I did, I was incorrect. But it is just a rather simple minifigure with sort of some medical details here. At least I think of them as medical details. I guess it's not really medical details, but it's got a little navigation piece there and the life jacket, as well as a coat and some shiny sections underneath. And just the one-sided face printing. I believe this is the same figure that you get in that Deep Sea Submarine as well. Just a nice, simple figure to drive the ship. Well, that's all I have for this week. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one.